Yo, what's going on, fam? Ronnie Rose here, and today we are making a chili jam stuffed mushroom. Delicious. Alright, so when I do the how-to videos, I usually like to talk about bands and stuff and different artists because I love music. I mean, music to me is, I've been doing it forever, and it's just something that I 100% completely love. I've been in the band for years. I'm a lead singer in a band called Lord Anna and a lead singer in a band called This September, and we're both pretty much alternative rock bands. But right here, we're making the chili jam stuffed mushroom. We got our onion, and I like to create my own dishes. I don't necessarily go to a recipe book and find, different things to put on, whatever I'm cooking. I like to just kind of make things up as I go, weirdly enough. And usually it comes out tasting pretty good. I'm not bragging, it just does. Most people tell me that it tastes pretty good. So I was happy with this. This was just kind of on the fly. I was like, what will go good with the chili jam today? Oh, maybe a stuffed mushroom. My girlfriend's a vegetarian, and she happened to be over that day. So I had to make something that she could eat too. I like my meat. I do. I love chicken, steak, fish, all that good stuff. But I do love eating vegetarian, vegan products as well. I was a vegetarian for a good amount of time, and I would say like maybe 6 or 7 months. In some people's book, that's not a long time, and that's completely fine. But it was a different experience for me. I don't really know if I was doing it 100% right because I felt kind of weak and things of that nature. When I would go to the gym, I couldn't lift as much, and I think it was just probably me not getting enough protein in my diet. Not saying that you can't get protein from your plants and stuff like that. I get that, but I just wasn't eating enough. My meals were a lot smaller. I'm a big guy, so I need the calorie intake. So I was just having some struggles with that. So now I kind of have more of a balanced diet. I try to split it up. So I try to eat meat, in the beginning of the week, and then towards the end of the week, I'll do more like veggie burgers, different veggie products and stuff like that. I watch the sodium content on it too, because that can be kind of high. So I try to watch out for that. I try to make great smoothies, bone broth smoothies, and things of that nature. I think the key to being healthy is having a balanced diet, because realistically, it's not. I don't think it's proven yet that meat is bad for you. I heard the study where they say if you eat one piece of red meat, it's kind of like a carcinogen, where it's like you pretty much smoked like 15 cigarettes or something like that. I don't know how true that study is. I'm not 100% sure. If that is the case, that's terrible, but at the end of the day, I think a balanced diet is really the best diet, because you're getting all your irons, your proteins, your vitamins, whatever you need. It's coming all together in your diet, so that's really good. So here we're just chopping up some garlic, a little bit of garlic. Garlic's actually surprisingly really healthy for you, and I like garlic. I think it tastes good. I try not to overdo it, but I really do like it. A little bit of spinach here. I like to either boil or fry my spinach. And I just throw it up in there, and that was like really tasty. But like I said, I do talk about a lot of music, and one of the albums that came out this week, this is a rap album that I thought was awesome. DJ Mustard just dropped a record, and he's got a lot of good songs on there, a lot of good tracks. I would say as far as like rap goes, there's a lot of new artists that are out right now. I mean, I was always into I kind of like Jay-Z. I was always into Action Bronson. I loved ASAP. I think ASAP's still over in Sweden trying to get his thing together, but I love ASAP and all those dudes. I loved Lil Wayne coming up. I remember when Lil Wayne was popping, man. Like, Lil Wayne was like the bomb, the shit. And I loved him back in the day. Drake's got some good stuff, and I think he just put out a couple new songs too. But the DJ Mustard record was really good, and I thought it was really dope. It had a lot of great songs on it, a lot of good beats, a lot of good artists. This dude named Roddy Ricch, he's killing it. I mean, once I heard that song, I think it was called Ballin' or something. I heard it, and then I had to go check him out. I had to be like, yo, who is this kid? Because this shit sounds phenomenal. And I went to his page, his Spotify page, and he just killing it. He was murdering it. All the song, he had a song with Scott Storch. Huge fan of Scott Storch because he's been around forever. And, I'm a huge fan of his, recovery, coming back and stuff like that. So I thought that was dope that he had a song with him. I can't remember the name of the song, but that song was amazing. That was dope. And he just got a lot of good stuff. So DJ Mustard, Roddy Ricch, and J. Cole. J. Cole is always, I'm always a huge fan of J. Cole and Kendrick and stuff like that. Now it's all coming back to me. Now I'm like, oh, this is who I like. But yeah, J. Cole, Kendrick, they're two dope, talented artists. And as far as like lyricists go, definitely probably, I would say top 2 or 3 out right now, of course. Now this is a little bit of hummus that we're putting on the mushrooms. So I love hummus. A lot of people can live without it, but I love it. I think it tastes really good on a lot of things. And this was just kind of an experiment. I was like, maybe let's try hummus on this to see if that would work. And like I said, when I cook, I just try to experiment with things to see if it would taste good and go, well together. And when I put this on there, it actually really did taste pretty good. It was like a nice little blend. And to the left side, you see the mozzarella, the goat cheese. Some people can live without the goat cheese too. That's completely fine. But I like goat cheese. I like mozzarella. And just kind of like putting it on there, slapping it on. And this was a really good dish. Like the chili jam, you can make it with a lot of different things, but most people don't necessarily know what to put it on because in America it's not really a huge thing. You meet people who've had it before. It's almost like pepper jam, but a little bit spicier. And people put it on, like certain things. Like I did a taste test video the other day, and my buddy Asani was just eating it as a dip. He just ate pretzels and chips with it, and that right there was tasty. I ate it too. We were watching the Ravens game, and it was just like, it was phenomenal. So that's another way. So you can use it as a party dish when you want to eat your chips, eat your pretzels, even like chicken nuggets and fries and stuff like that. I try to promote health, but I understand people like to get crazy sometimes. Every once in a while, you want a chicken nugget. You know what I mean? You don't want to be thinking about it all the time. Am I doing this right? Is my calorie intake right? My carb level right? It's like I promote health because I think I'm a pretty healthy dude. I work out like 4 or 5 times a week. But I was talking to this bodybuilder one time, and he told me straight up, he was, I was talking to him about like some type of proteins or something, and I was getting like deep into this diet plan that I was on at the time, and he was like, Ron, he's like, let me tell you something, man. It's cool, I love that you're healthy and you're all into this health and fitness and shit like that, but he's like, one piece of advice that I got that was the best advice I think I ever got in my life when it comes to this working out fitness thing. He's like, don't be the guy who dies from doing nothing. Don't be the guy who's just always kind of afraid to go out and party and stuff like that. I used to be the complete opposite when I was younger. I used to be a party animal, man. I was at this bar, that bar, this bar, hanging out, having a good time, living life. But it gets to a certain point where, your body can't take it anymore. You get to the point where you're like, man, I can't do this until I'm 30. So I pretty much quit drinking at 24. I used to smoke cigarettes. I quit smoking cigarettes at 24. 24 was kind of like a good year for me to quit a lot of things because that was when I really got my mindset together and really tried to get my fitness together and stuff like that. I think a lot of athletes, when you play football in high school and college like I did, once you get out of college, you kind of take like a break. If you don't go to like some pro level, like NFL or MLB or something, you take a break. And I feel like you get so tired of like, because if I don't know if you guys ever played college sports, but if you play college sports, it's some of the most intense practicing that you've ever done in your life. You're waking up at 6 a.m. You gotta, especially for like training camp. So training camp, you got a 6 a.m. practice, you got a 12 o'clock practice, and then you got like film study in the middle of those. Then you're like working out. Then you got another practice in the evening. It's brutal. It's so brutal. And I think once you are done working out, you're just kind of like, man, like I just gotta. Or once you're done like your football or whatever, you're just like, man, I gotta chill. And then you gain like 20, 30, 40 pounds. In my case, when I was playing college football, I think I was around like around like 240. I was around 240, and then once I got done, I blew up to like 275, and I was like, dude, I'm tripping. I need to like change it up. You know, like when you look at yourself and you're 275 in the mirror, you're like, dude, like you gotta do something. And nobody was saying anything, and I was like, that was like the worst part. I was like, man, no one's telling me I'm fat. Like I need to like get it together. You know, so yeah, I was like 275, and I was like, man, I gotta get this down. Unfortunately, it took me like a year and a half to like get my mind together. But once I did, I got down to about 230. Right now, I'm sitting at about 255, 260. I still don't really like that weight, but you know, it's just discipline, working out, and stuff like that. You gotta just feel it. When you get into it, you get into it. When you don't, you don't. But I feel healthy, and that's really the biggest thing. Feeling healthy, feeling vibrant, working out, and doing what you gotta do. And eating dishes like this, I find it really healthy. I mean, this is pretty much a low carb dish right here. The beans are, they're a starchy carb, but pretty much else, the spinach, the onions, the hummus, the chili jam. Chili jam is 100% vegan product and 100% organic and natural too. So that's a product that a lot of vegan vegetarian lovers will love, because it will go on amazing dishes like this. Now, this is not a vegan product, obviously, or a vegan dish, because I have goat's cheese and mozzarella in there. If I did not add the cheese, then this would be 100% vegan. I can get some type of vegan cheese and put it on there too. Some of the vegan cheeses are really good. It's just the sodium content for me is just a little bit high. It's a little bit too salty for me. I had a vegan pizza maybe a couple days ago. Really good, really tasty, freaking out of this world, but you can tell, when you're eating a vegan pizza and a real pizza, you know what I mean? Like with that cheese and the real pizza, you can't beat it. But yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching this how to make a chili jam mushroom, chili jam shrooms, baby. I'm glad you guys, take a couple hours out of your day to come to my channel and take a look at everything that we got going on. If you like this, please like down below, subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notifications every time we drop a new how-to video or any type of video that we do. We'd love to have you. All right, so we'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your week. Peace out.